Welcome to my studio. Today I'm coming to share with you about a few specials that Close to My Heart has. The first special is for people to organize their craft room. It's one of my favorite things to do, actually, is to move things around and see if I can find the best fit and the most efficient way that I can use things in my room. For the next week, actually, we have 35% off the Workspace Wonder. That is bigger discount than you would even get as a consultant, and I think you would really like some of the things that you can use, not only in your studio or craft room, but also in other rooms of the house. You can use some of these things very efficiently in your office. In fact, I have some pieces in my classroom at school because I teach as my full-time job. And then I have some other ways that you can use them. Hope you get some ideas from this and maybe even use some of the pieces in some unique ways. If you have any questions, please post them below. Okay, so here's the first one that I use. I have my stamp pads and my alcohol markers in this little carousel. It spins. I'll try not to shake the camera too much. It spins and has room for lots of stamps, and it just is a matter of how many you stack. You can see I have 6 on each side, so I have 11 to hold the stamp pads, and I have 1 piece that holds the markers, and then I have the base and the top part, and the top part is great for a tray. I've got my spritz in there, so for my cleaner. I've got my liquid glass, I've got my Memento ink, my texture paste, Versamark, and I think behind a whole bunch of the glues and things would be my stamp scrubber as well. So this is one of my favorite things, and I often wonder how high could I go, but I only went 3 high, so I think that's one of my favorite things in my craft room. Okay, you can see in here I have paper trays. I sort my cardstock according to rainbow order, more or less. And on the top of my paper trays, I have the large tray, and that tray actually has a couple compartments you can put things in. I'm moving things around right now, so that is great to put in lots of different things. And then over here, I've got some medium trays. Well, I have a large tray on the bottom, and then I have 2 medium trays. These things are full of the, medium ink pads, or the mini ink pads. Lots of those. And then I have a couple of the tool cubbies. This one actually has my business cards in it, and they all have these great little feet on the bottom that can be used to stack them together. So, I don't know, can you see those little feet? It makes these things sit securely inside the previous tray. These tool caddies actually are perfect for ink pens. That's what I have at school. I have a lot of pencils, things like that in them. You can put your colored markers in them, all sorts of things. So that's the next one. Okay, next I have this other cubby area, and instead of just paper trays, I needed a shelf. So my mats for my Cricut, on top of the little cart, my Cricut is in that bag. So I needed a place to put all of my mats near there, but I needed a shelf because those mats are huge. They're bigger than the 12 by 12 paper that we put in our paper trays. So I flipped paper trays upside down. So you see I have 3 different paper trays here, and I basically just flipped them each upside down, and then I have a shelf. See, that's the bottom of a tray. And then inside here, I have another thing, and it's organizing my extra supplies for my Cricut, my little spatula, and all those good things. And then some basic cardstock, black and white. I can still use those as paper trays and store things, but flip those trays upside down if you need a shelf without having some sort of compartments in them. These fit on it wonderful, But if you want something that's just a solid shelf, I flipped mine upside down. Ta-da! Okay, next I have an idea for our marker stack, and I happen to have the tool cubby on top. I think it would work great with the mini tray on top as well. You'd probably want something on top because otherwise it's just kind of open. So I'd want a tray or this little tool cubby. But if you're using this like in a bathroom for makeup or something like that, I've got my eye scents from Jensen here, and these all fit in here great. My shadows, these are all the eyeshadows, and then I also have in the lash scents and the liner scents, and also these little blush scents. They fit in there great. I will say this, the lip scents and the glosses don't fit in there that well unless you just want to put the top in. Like this, it still sticks out, but the top does fit in it, and so those would still fit just the very little bit in, but you can display them that way if you want to be able to see them. I think it would work great to have them in the mini tray on top, but I like having brushes and things like that on top, and then I can just stack my glosses and lip scents in that other part of my tool cubby. Okay, next here's another idea. I love my essential oils, and this is a great way to store, this is a portion of my essential oils in the large tray, and then you can easily just pick that up and put it on a shelf. Or I have my small tray, and I've got some of my other capsules and my deep blue in there, and that's another great way to store some of them. I think these trays, you could use them in your makeup drawer just to organize different compartments in a big drawer. You could use it in your kitchen to sort tools, and all sorts of places that you could use it. This little tool cubby, obviously in office, it just screams office. I have one of this large tray on top of paper trays at school, and I keep like rulers and some markers and things in there as well. I hope I've given you some great ideas of how to use our Workspace Wonder today. If you'd like to order any of these pieces, feel free to go to kati.ctmh.com and place an order. The 35% off is a wonderful deal, and it beats what my discount is actually, and as a consultant. But if you want to get a discount all the time on your products and you would be interested in being a consultant, I'd love to have you join my team. I don't know if you can see above my head, Stamping Buckeye Babes is the name of my team, and I am underneath Deb Butler, who has Scrapping Buckeye Babes. So we have several consultants, and we have people who have been incentive trip earners, including my upline, and we have a great network of people who support each other online and in person. We hold regular crops, we hold regular team meetings and things like that that can help you as a consultant, and I am always available to answer your questions. So if you would be interested in that, you can contact me at Kati, Kati Stamps @gmail.com, and I would love to have you join my team. I would love to give you a discount all the time. That's why I signed up.